metrics should you be tracking to measure the success of your private practice? I'm going to give you my answer in today's episode of Ask Jennifer. Hi there, I am Jennifer Sneeden, founder of Thriving Therapy Practice, and welcome to this episode of Ask Jennifer. This is the show where you get to send me your most pressing practice building questions, and I give you my no fluff, straightforward answer. So today's question comes from Sophia, and Sophia wants to know, what metrics should I be tracking in my business? So this is a great question, Sophia. Thank you. And for those of you that aren't familiar with the term metric, those are the numbers by which you are running your business. You know, the dirty little secret of private practice is that you are now a business person, you are now an entrepreneur, and you need to know what the health of your business is. And the health of your business is determined by your metrics, or the numbers that you measure. So I'm going to give you a couple that you should really be paying attention to here. First and foremost is the number of people coming into your pipeline. Now, maybe your pipeline is email signups. Maybe it's people liking your social media page. Maybe it's people visiting a particular blog post, signing up for a workshop. Whatever that first point of contact is that you have with future clients, you need to be watching that, because your pipeline needs to stay full throughout your business. The people that begin to connect with you today are your clients 6 months from now. So if you're getting a decrease in signups or new client connections today, you're going to feel that 6 months from now in your business. So that's really important to pay attention to. For those of you that are not that sophisticated yet, where you've built out your pipeline yet, you want to be tracking new client calls. And this is something that everybody will be tracking. So how many new client calls did you get this week? That's your second metric. Because again, that's going to indicate whether you're on course to reach your goals or whether you're not. Now, the thing with new client calls, I want you to be really careful in how you track this. Don't track it from 1 week to the next. Track it 1 week against the previous year. So if the first week of July last year, you got 3 new client calls, and the first week of July this year, you got 4 new client calls, you're in great shape. You are trending upward. But you can't compare July against April, because our business is just too cyclical for that, right? So you've got to compare against itself and make sure that you're trending in the right direction. The third thing that I want you to track is, what is your conversion rate with new client calls? So if you get 4 new client calls, how many of them actually book appointments? Is it 1? You're doing something wrong on that first call. Is it 2? You got to kind of work on things. Is it 3 or 4? Then you're in great shape. So this is going to let you know how well you're doing on that front end process with clients. So you're tracking now people coming into your practice. And the fourth thing that I want you to track in this area in terms of metrics is, what is your show up rate for new clients, for that first session's show up rate? If it's not close to 100%, again, there's a problem on your front end process. So these 4 metrics are going to tell you how you're doing bringing new clients into your practice. Just to recap it really quickly, the number of people coming into your pipeline, the number of new client calls, the number of new sessions booked for new clients, sessions for new clients booked, and then the percentage of show up rate for new clients. These are the 4 metrics that indicate the health of your marketing. They're going to tell you how effective your marketing is. If these metrics don't look good, there's something wrong with the front end process of your business. Okay. So then once you have that, we want to look at how well are you running your business like a business. And the metrics that you're going to look at here are, what is your overall show up rate? What is your client retention rate? Meaning, how many people see therapy through to the end? If your client retention rate is low, that's going to indicate to you that you've got some sort of a problem, either with your clinical skills, which you can easily fix, or with the client process, or there's a there's a point in treatment that you're missing a retention possibility. So for instance, I spent most of my career with couples counseling. What happens after 5 or 6 sessions is the couple's no longer arguing. So they're like, hey, we're great. We don't have to keep paying $200 an hour. We're done. No, now the work has just begun, right? So what I realized is that clients were dropping off around 6, 7 sessions because they thought they were done. So I had to do some retention work. I had to build that into my process so that they would see it through for the 15 or 16 sessions that it really took. So those metrics are going to help you maintain your client flow and make sure that you're not getting drop off. And then on the financial side, what you want to look at is what your average session fee is, because, you know, we all make exceptions, right? Everybody has those clients that they're still at $85 and they haven't raised the rate yet. I get that. But what you want to track is that your average session fee continues to be on par with where you need it to be. And then you need to look at your weekly revenue. So your weekly revenue obviously is going to drive the cash flow of your business. That's the ultimate lifeblood of your business, right? And you need to be watching that. But again, what I want you to do is track it year by year rather than week by week. So don't compare a March revenue week with an August revenue week. That's just not a fair comparison. What is your revenue this year compared to your revenue for the same week last year? That's what you really need to be paying attention to. Because if last August you made $300 in the third week, and this August you made $800 in the third week, okay, that's a two and a half times increase. That's fantastic. You're doing great. Is an $800 week good? No, it's not. Nobody wants $800 weeks, right? But is it way better than you had last year? Yes, it is. So these are like the starting metrics. What I want you to do is, they're all really simple for you to start to track. None of them are going to require fancy software. They're going to be really easy for you to start to track. And I want you to get yourself in the habit of monitoring these every week, because they are going to help you get a red alert if something is not working properly in your marketing, in your client retention, or in your cash flow. And those are the 3 things that you really need to be watching for your business. So, Sophia, thank you so much for your question. I love talking about these numbers. If anybody has a question that they would like me to answer, feel free to click the link that I've given you and send me your question, and I will consider it for a future episode. I am Jennifer Sneeden, and this is the Ask Jennifer Show. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.